close-ups of horrifying natural events, tsunami, earthquakes, floods and storms captured on camera. The year 2023 is not yet over, but the Earth has already suffered many natural disasters, such as floods, superstorms, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis and landslides. The first is a high-level landslide. Landslides endanger human lives and livelihoods. The people in the mountains were unable to migrate and were trapped in this landslide. Flash floods accompanied by severe landslides from one place to another put people in crisis. Landslides originate from the impact of external forces on rock and soil masses on slopes and hilltops, causing the rock to break and roll down at high speed. Loose rock and soil stratum sliding down a mountainside looks extremely scary. Landslides often occur in midland and mountainous areas, sweeping away and destroying many properties. Every time a landslide occurs, people living in mountainous areas will suffer very serious consequences, destroying infrastructure and mountain structures. Kilauea volcano in the state of Hawaii, USA, became active again on January the 5th. The clouds of dust are created from volcanic gases, including sulfur dioxide and many other toxic gases. These smoke clouds will likely be pushed downwind and threaten trees as well as people's health. During this eruption, visitors to Hawaii's Volcanoes National Park were able to see lava from the volcano. In Canada, forest fires last June officially destroyed more than 10 million hectares of forest. Many fires are considered out of control due to the scale and large number of fires occurring at the same time. Although the fire was far from residential areas, it still caused serious consequences for the environment. A series of 7 tornadoes occurred on the evening of February 26th and morning of February 27th in the United States of Oklahoma and Kansas, causing damage to many facilities. Many people were seriously injured and there was widespread damage in towns and cities. Traffic on many roads was paralyzed due to the downed power lines, and the roads were filled with garbage and many objects. In addition, the US said more than 75,000 households and businesses of the 2 states had lost power. The huge tornado pulled many objects into the air. A series of tornadoes that took place earlier this year caused the state of Oklahoma to witness the most intense tornadoes in history. As the image recorded through the car window shows, if you go out now, you will definitely be blown away. The wind is so strong and fierce, trying to move in the weather like this is really not easy. Next, the flood began to rise as the rain showed no signs of stopping. The volume of water is so much that it is about to drown many things. With heavy rain and heavy flooding like this, it's very difficult for people to deal with the consequences of natural disasters. Even though this fire was far from residential areas, it still caused serious consequences for the environment. A tornado with strong intensity and winds of more than 260 kilometers per hour caused heavy destruction in the state of Kansas. The tornado took place on April 29th in Wichita, Andover, Kansas area. The people of Kansas were extremely frightened when this tornado took place. At a speed of 265 kilometers, it caused destruction over an area of 20 kilometers. The tornado left 300 to 400 houses damaged after high winds. Many cases of injury caused by tornadoes. A few large, sturdy houses may not help people avoid a terrifying natural disaster like this one. Cars and other means of transport were blown into the sky when the tornado appeared. The tornado swept away all obstacles in its path, especially the roofs of houses. Houses were even overturned, Cars were flying on top of each other. The scene was completely chaotic after the tornado had swept through. Continuous local heavy rain caused flash floods and landslides in the mountainous areas. Thunderstorms accompanied by heavy rain continue to rage in Greece, Turkey and Bulgaria. Thunderstorms hitting the southern Black Sea coast of Bulgaria have caused river levels to rise and many road structures to be destroyed. The flood quickly caused the bridge to be destroyed right before your eyes. The devastation was extremely terrible and was accompanied by flooding that swept away everything. Next came the boats swept down the waterfalls during extreme floods. In the following video, a tsunami hits the Hay River in Miyako City. The ship collided with the bridge due to the tsunami hitting Miyako City, Iwate Prefecture. Another ship drifted strongly in the floodwaters, causing it to lose control and drag things around with it. A violent tsunami hit Iwonuma City, Miyagi Prefecture, Japan. The terrible disaster left about 19,000 people in the northeastern region of Japan dead or missing. Japan often experiences tsunamis, and this tsunami has caused a lot of damage to the country. Damage to facilities amounted to 10 trillion yen, equivalent to about 122 billion US dollars. Hills collapsed near the homes of mountainous people as a result of prolonged heavy rain. Natural disasters have always caused damage to people, property, the environment, living conditions, and economic activities. Affecting hundreds of thousands of people, and thousands of people may lose all of their assets and have to start over. Therefore, raising human awareness to reduce natural disasters is essential. Houses one after another collapsed. Everything was submerged in the sea water. This bad flood left many people dead and destroyed all of homes. Floodwaters quickly swept away a series of cars, vehicles, houses, and facilities. Natural disasters in the coming time will continue to have complicated and unusual developments. Another extreme downpour is submerging everything it passes through. This city was submerged in a tank of water, and the water continuously poured from the source. The flood was like the wrath of Mother Nature. Floods are also classified as one of the most brutal natural disasters. Heavy rains have caused the river to rise to a record level, leaving thousands of homes and businesses underwater. During the heavy flood, the water level of the river rose, causing a bridge across the river to be washed away. The floodwaters rose nearly 10 meters high, like a poisonous river invading the city. The devastating flood caused rivers to burst their banks, devastating towns, villages, and cities. Moving vehicles are completely out of control and can crash anywhere. A cliff more than 100 meters high collapsed and buried the houses below. Landslides also buried many surrounding houses and families' properties. A series of ground mass movements such as rockfalls, mountainside collapses, and mud and rock floods occur suddenly. Normally, hill and mountain slopes are relatively stable states. Due to the gradual impact of water softening the soil or tectonics, the connection of the slope to the main mass. Hills and mountains cannot overcome gravity, leading to landslides and rock slides. We can live more safely with natural disasters when we know how to prevent them. In addition, preventing deforestation and taking measures to deal with those who intentionally destroy nature.